Alrighty, my friends. Happy day after Christmas. I hope everyone's having a chill time. Hope not everybody's having to work right now. I feel like a lot of people are having to go right back to work the day after Christmas, like Zach and Madman. I think you said you still had overtime you had to do.
It'll take a bit of if my fingers.
Alright. Ooh! Ooh! Level 3 support for the first time. Okay. That's awesome. That's my first level 3 support. Tier 3 support hype. No kidding. I need to figure out what support I think will be most useful. So I have chance to bleed on cluster grenade right now. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I had a bunch of supports. Let me pull up the what was it called? Max roll. I pull out the build planner again. To try to remember how I wanted to do this. So I wanted a gas grenade to break armor, which is oh, what was it? Corrosion, armor. No, there's something that increases armor break, and it's not showing up here. Actually, yes, I do have break posture. Oh, where is it? Demolisher, yes, breaks more armor. So that's kind of the basics for the poison one. For flash grenade, that's my main bleed applier. I want brutality. I want exploit weakness. It consumes armor to deal more damage. What else do I currently have on it on this one? Flash grenade. I wish I could move these. Okay. Exploit weakness, and then I have second wind on this. But I wanted magnitude of bleeding. Long fuse. Activate a second time. I think I wanted payload on the other one. I want payload on cluster grenade. That might be what I get right here. Chance for... So slower cooldown recovery, but a chance to activate a second time. Rupture is aggravates bleed on hitting heavy stunned enemies. I think I wanted... Oh, man. Cluster grenade. I feel like I wanted this to do something else. Yeah, it's kind of meh. Oh, more maximum physical damage. Heft. I want heft on flash grenade. That's the last one, I think. More maximum physical damage. So, brutality, more physical damage. Consume broken armor to deal 50% more physical damage. 75% more magnitude of bleeding with flash grenade. 30% more damage. But it has a longer fuse. And then just more physical maximum damage. So that's what I think I wanted on flash grenade. And on cluster, what do I currently have on cluster? I want scatter shot for sure. Definitely want scatter shot. The more grenades have a chance to activate another time. I think I want to aggravate with this one actually, because flash grenade will apply bleed and eventually stun, and if we get rupture on cluster grenade, that can aggravate the bleeding on the stunned guy potentially. It's kind of, again, situational, so that might be the last one I get, actually. I might add that to the last one. I'm not sure what else I want to put on this one, to be honest. Maybe Culling Strike or something. But for now, let's put Payload on Cluster Grenade instead of the Bleed Chance. So we'll do our first replace Lacerate with Payload here. Yes. Alright, chance to activate a second time. Instead of Bleed Chance and Bleed Chance, I'll just put that on like Crossbow Shot or something. Alright, very nice. Culling's worth getting with Ascendancy. I'm a little worried I won't be able to get Culling with Ascendancy because, holy crap, 14 Dex and 50 Spirit on this, and Lightning Resist on this. Holy crap, that's a really good amulet. Where am I putting my amulets? There they are. I'm gonna put my yellow stuff separate over here. Any of the yellows I have. Okay. I'm worried about being able to get Culling Strike, because the next thing I'm going to get is this, No Mercy. More damage based on their missing concentration. I think I might get it here, but getting your 4th Ascendancy is apparently really hard, and I'm really far away from doing that, so I might have Cull
It is time to use
as a support.
Knew it. There's never a good side. Just assholes all round.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to blow this horn now. I might get Cole as a support until we get that or something. I feel like I've missed something. Why does it still say I need to search Trader's Passage? Turn to the Halani Gates. Alright. Halani Gates is here. Oh, I have to do it here. That's why. I have to do it here. Those change people look so happy. They love being slaves.
I am hesitant to allow. You have your orders.
That's why I tell myself to not be, you know, feel guilty. Okay, the Trial of the Sekimas. I guess we don't do that the second time. What quest is this, chat? What is this Ascent to Power? Is this about... I think this quest is a lie. I think this is because it's a leftover from normal difficulty. Yeah, I think their quest map is bugged. Where am I supposed to go here? Their quest map is kind of bugged. Deshar. Where's Deshar? Is that over... This is Deshar over here, right? Why am I not seeing Deshar? Unless I messed up from Trader's Passage. Isn't Deshar over here? Deshar. Ah, thank you. I thought Deshar was on the right. Okay. Just ignore that quest one? Okay. Getting more of these divine Barrias.
As we approach the other, if you happen, Sans guides you.
Okay. Ernamu, I'm not sure if I thanked you for your year of subage. I might have missed it up.
Gotta find
A
a
year
way up, I suppose.
year anniversary of subathon, subnation, sub support. Thank you, Ernamu. I appreciate that. And if I did thank you, well, double thank you for you, I guess.
Gather up!
I will say the slower recharge on the cluster grenade is gonna potentially suck. But I just have to not spam it as much. Basically now I just need to get more sockets, which is, I'm pretty sure I need to get to
More time!
mapping before I can start really getting the socket upgrades. Those are pretty rare or in specific places that you start getting the higher level whatchamacallits, jeweler's orbs or whatever they are. Oh, well, that was a waste. Nice, level up. Love the level up sound. Get blasted. Okay, alright, so I got the last magnitude over here. These are bleed duration. Do I want to get bleed duration or do I want to head over this way? It's so weird. This whole skill points thing. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing the two different weapon sets. I probably should. But it's weird because I want to come over this way to get these for my weapon 1, which is where my bleed is. But I want to go up this way for my weapon 2. So I guess I'll continue to do. So weapon set 2 wants to go this way. Dexterity, so I can use a better bow. Set 1 wants to go this way. And probably strength this way. Like that. This whole two divergent paths thing is makes for some really interesting choices. The good thing is the damaging elements and this other bleed one I want to get are both actually pretty close to each other, so I'll be able to get both those pretty easily. Duration hardly matters now. It gets reapplied constantly. You guess it could keep a stronger bleed on for longer before it runs out and replaced by a weaker one. Yeah, duration I think is going to be less needed than other. I just want magnitude of bleeds now. I think bleed magnitude is my most important stat, or ailments magnitude, I think, is the other one. But yes, I just want my bleeds doing more damage. You guys are just hopping all over the place, bro. I gotta hop so much. Okay. These guys are like body blocking this door hardcore. Yeah.
Free dishes!
They're just zombies waiting in a line there for me to never get through that door. Let me through. Thank you. Die to bleed? No. Now that was weird. That just got stuck right there on the wall. Okay, well that was a waste of a grenade. I think these guys are poisoning me and I can't even tell. Because my own poison grenade is overlapping their poison grenade. Tier 3 support! Alright. Now I'm gonna have more tier 3 supports than I'm gonna have slots for tier 3 supports now. So. First world problem. And I don't think I want to try to use a Val Orb to corrupt into a +1 slot. I think I want to do that. Maybe eventually I will, but kind of fun when everyone's playing some strong meta build. Here comes Rand with his bleed grenades. Somehow it works. That's right. Oh crap, I forgot this fight. What do they got? Hasted and the other guy slows, I think. Yeah. Man. Them fast plus me slow is uncool. Ow, I'm stuck. I'm frozen actually. Okay. Jesus, this fight sucks. Okay. Closer you guys. You guys. I fell. Freeze. Spam my stun grenades. Hope I can stun you or bleed you out. Come on. One of them's almost dead, I think. Nice. Alright, get wrecked. Holy crap. That's always a tough fight because it's like you can get RNG F'd by their modifiers. Life flask. Sure. I don't really care about the flasks. Yeah, I'm worried that once I get to maps, I'm gonna find the damage to be lacking on this bleed grenade build. But if it is, I can always swap to fire grenades. Follow some build guide, but I'm trying to, you know, have fun coming up with my own thing. And yes, somehow it is working, and I'm very happy about that. Trying to pick up that orb. Let me loot. Rude. Attacking me while I'm trying to loot here. Oops. Did not mean to shoot that way. I will say, it's encouraging hearing you say, Rand is doing this off-meta thing and somehow it's working. Because that's one of my biggest issues with PoE 1 is, unless you do something that's completely on-meta, you're usually like, yeah, well, this is a worthless build that won't go very far, so. The final letter. That's in Deshar. Am I in Deshar right now? Yes, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything, so I don't have to come back here. But I will say I've tried to do other builds off stream that have not worked, so. There's this item. It's a one-headed mace. Doesn't have a super high amount of damage, but it has added cold and added lightning damage to it. And energy generation is doubled. And if you don't know what energy generation is, there are meta gems that have cast on shock, cast on ignite, and cast on freeze. And they build up energy to proc their abilities. And I was like, okay, it looks like this is made to be like you dual wield these to make cast on shock happen faster. And I tried to make a build like that last night, and I'm just auto attacking with these things, and it's like melee at its worst. You're just standing there auto attacking, trying to proc cast on freeze, and it's terrible. They really nerfed cast on X meta gems to the ground a patch or two ago, and it's a lot of people were complaining about it, and it seems pretty terrible. Not really completely off meta. There are bleed merc builds, but yeah, with PoE 2, it's a lot harder to screw a build up. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Good. Alright, so now I can just teleport up there. Right, very nice. That should complete everything in this zone, I think. Of course, we shouldn't brag about my build working when we're coming up on some of the more difficult zones. The, oh, what is it called? What's the big... dirigible... the bastion, whatever. There's this place that's like a train you're fighting on, and the enemies there are ridiculously aggressive and really strong. I died over and over there last night on one of my other characters. Just kind of gave up. The something with a D. I forget what the place is called, but we're coming up on that soon. The train, yeah, whatever the train is. The dreadnought, that's the word. The dreadnought. So, I guess that'll be our true test, is if I die over and over in the dreadnought. We survived the dreadnought fairly successfully, then I'll say, alright. Build actually doing okay. Build not a complete failure. The Act boss is also tough. Yeah, I forget the Act 2 boss. Found the Act 3 boss not horrible, but the Act 3 boss that was not the final Act boss I did find horrible. The one with the shields and the poison abilities. That boss, oh man, I think that might be the hardest boss in the game. At least for my first playthrough. The girl who's surrounded by shields and uses poison spears. That girl killed me so many times on my first attempt at her. Free money until they attack me. Is that a level 13 skill champ? Okay. Okay, good. I will say these maps where it's like the little skinny little bridges between things, these are some of the worst maps because you have less room to maneuver, and my grenades, half of them like fall off the edge down into the abyss and do no damage down there. It's pretty annoying. Love how, like, because of delayed damage on bleed, sometimes I'll shoot at somebody and they'll explode before my grenade goes off because the bleed finished them off from before. I'm like, oh, I guess I already did shoot you once. Delayed dying. Dead end. The dead end, alright. I don't want to skip anything. It's like the Seven Sisters or something here, or something like that. Or
Surprise!
there's some other special thing here. Oh, Invisibros. Okay, that's backtracking. Alright. Go down that way. Beautiful. And that's backtrack. Okay, cool. Sometimes I wish they wouldn't reward you for exploring the map fully, because then I wouldn't feel obligated to go explore the map fully every time. These giant maps. Wow, get exploded on, bros. That was a large explosion. Another thing I was looking at that I'll want on the skill tree is probably increased AoE, actually. That was another... I had a build tracker earlier that I was looking at. After getting all the bleeds, I was thinking, okay, increased AoE size and AoE damage would be another good stat to chase. But I'll probably need to choose between that and crit if I think I want to do the crit bleed nodes. What's up, Clayman Dell? Oh my gosh, there's a name I haven't seen in like a year. Good to see you, my friend. Merry Christmas. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. What's cracking? My voice is cracking. Because of all the singing I did. But otherwise, I'm doing great. Chilling out with PoE. PoE 2. Been having a blast with this game. Been addicted. Ever since the early access came out. What's going on in Clayman Dell's life right these days? You're too old to have any energy for these type of games. This game's great. It's a bit of Souls-like, a bit of Diablo, a bit of Path of Exile. It's all of the things. It's really good, though. I'm playing a Grenadier Mercenary using a crossbow that is scaling bleed damage, physical and bleed damage on my explosive grenades. That's what my build is, to give you an idea of what I'm doing on this character. You have zero knowledge about the game? I could be lying for all you know. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I would only lie if I thought my build was bad, and I actually, we were talking earlier, think that this build is actually working surprisingly well, since it's not really a super popular meta build for all the content creators, you know, coming up with the most OP builds and everything. Is it as intense as Dark Souls? What you got was that it's very much about builds and gear. The boss fights are as intense as Dark Souls. Yes. And there is some skill involved with dodging telegraphed attacks and being very punishing if you fail. There are one-shot mechanics for most of the bosses in the game. So, yeah, it's got similar. So the boss fights are like Dark Souls. The gearing and character building are like Path of Exile 1. Oh gosh. And the combat is like the evolution of ARPG combat, basically. God, I can't dodge anything here. This guy's... Oh my god. Okay, this guy's not even a boss. He just wrecked me. Okay, that was... I feel like I was getting effing stunned over and over again. So yes, there is a side character, just a little, not even mini-boss, just some random dude you fought that killed me because I failed at dodging. Yes, it's as tense as Dark Souls as it is when fighting enemies. So there's your punishing right there. Speaking of punishing. Is the guy here again, or did it respawn at different modifiers? I'm not sure if he's the same guy or not. Oh yeah, this person's way weaker. I think it respawned with different modifiers that are less tanky. I think one of the weaknesses of my build, hey, an Exalted Orb, nice, is that you cannot apply bleed to enemies with energy shield, I think. So if they have extra energy shield modifier, my bleed damage is kind of negated. So I think that was part of the reason why that enemy I was just fighting would not take damage. A bit of a, I'm not going to say hard counter, but soft counter to my build. Did I play Baldur's Gate 3? Yes, I did. People tell me it's like the second coming of Jesus. Again, it's too much of a time investment for you. It's great. We did an entire playthrough on Shogi's stream. I didn't play it on my stream other than like the intro. And I think it is a very good game. I would not call it the second coming of Jesus, but I'm not also a big turn-based RPG player, so I am less invested in that genre, but it's a very good game. My biggest complaints were always about the UI for that game. The UI in that game is terrible. I think even people who love that game can agree that the UI is pretty poorly done, and you'll get bugs and stuff, and you won't aim where you think you're aiming, and you'll use an ability you don't mean to use because of the UI. But the story's amazing, the acting's amazing, the graphics are amazing, the combat mechanics are awesome. It's a really good game. I think it definitely deserved Game of the Year that I think it earned a year or two ago. Yeah, it's great if you like D&D, tabletop RPGs. I think it's probably the best iteration of a tabletop RPG as a video game, in capturing the mechanics and the storytelling and the freedom of choice that you have to do whatever you want. So, poison ignores energy shield, and you do poison as well. I do a little poison. I'm not scaling my poison damage like I'm scaling my bleed damage, though. So, poison I'm using as a vehicle to break armor. So, honestly, if I was going for min-max on this build, I probably would choose either poison or most likely fire to get the most damage out of this build. These little itty-bitty bridges, I hate it. There's no place to dodge. That's why the Dreadnought sucks, too. The Dreadnought's just a bunch of little tiny platforms and tiny bridges, like forcing you to bottleneck yourself to get wrecked by enemy projectiles. It is the second coming of Jesus. He forgot his UI at home. Okay. Ramsey says it's a great game, certainly not perfect. Okay, I have to, hold on a second. I have to look at my screen right now. Ramses has a ton of hours. Ramses was Shogi and my guide through the game when we played it, because Ramses has done like multiple playthroughs. It's certainly not perfect, especially with a broken third act. Is that someone to chat on the left side of the screen? Is this a multiplayer game? Yes. Yeah, you can play this game multiplayer. Me and Shogi played it together last night. Basically, this is world chat. And you can trade with people. There's an economy in this game. You can group up with people if you want. Yeah, the core loop of Baldur's Gate is single player. You can co-op and trade with others. Oh, you're talking about this game. Baldur's Gate also is very good multiplayer, but it has its issues when you play multiplayer too. Just like this game, when I played with Shogi last night, had some issues of difficulty and lag and a little bit of, I don't know if desync's the right word, but I definitely had some rubber banding when I was playing last night. Thanks to a bug they can't or won't fix, it's very annoying to play multiplayers. Once you're in Baldur's Gate proper, man remembers how often he had to reload the game. Oh man, yeah. When we were playing on Shogi's stream, basically every stream I would disconnect and take 30 minutes to have to revalidate files to get back in the game. It was annoying as hell. Multiplayer games scare you, huh? Well, do what I'm doing. Play this game single player if you don't want to play multiplayer. Baldur's Gate, I think, is better as a single player game, too. Because you have less of the bugs to deal with. And Baldur's Gate is a lot about the story. And we were just talking about KOTOR earlier, Clay Mandela. I remember KOTOR being one of your favorite games of all time. I would say one of the best things about Baldur's Gate 3 is the story and the character choices. So you could absolutely huh. So this is weird. 70.2. If I go here, that works. Can I not go through a space my other ascendancy has used? Oh, that's awkward. I can't crisscross with the different weapon sets. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the single player for that game we're talking about, Baldur's Gate. Oh, this is very awkward. I'm not quite sure how to do this. Maybe you'll dedicate your time to Baldur's Gate in the holidays. Seems like everyone recommends it, and you do love some D&D. Yeah, your KOTOR storytelling brain, I think, will very much enjoy it. Alright, I think I need to change this up. I need to undo all these. I need to cross here. Man, this weapon set, 2 different branching paths, gets screwed up if you want to cross them. For pure story playthrough, you would agree. Co-op experience was interesting as well. Not being in full control, having to deal with other player decisions was its own kind of fun. Yeah. That's true. It depends on how much you like your friends. and how annoyed you'd get by them messing up your, decisions you'd like to make. I think what I might need to do is remove some weapon skill points and branch off from here. Because I could branch off bleed here, and then the elemental stuff up and down and across. I'm gonna have to do some respecking. Yes, that skill tree that you just saw, Clemendale, is another reason why a lot of people get scared off of Path of Exile 1. Path of Exile 2 does a better has a better job of making it less punishing if you screw it up, but yeah, it can be intimidating for sure. Like Rand triggering fights because he's ninja looting. It wasn't just me. Although I did do it more by ninja looting. Shogi would just run off sometimes and also start a fight. So, don't put all that juju on me. Besides, who was the one lending money to everybody because I did all the looting? Me. I looted and I was lending money. I was doing the banker playstyle. Anybody need money? I got the money. Even when we were playing Path of Exile last night, I had to keep reminding Shogi, remember to loot, because loot is important, and if you don't loot, you won't have money or stuff you need to increase your character. You gotta loot. If not, I'll loot it, but I don't want to take all the loot, because I don't get blamed for doing all the looting and stealing all the stuff. I actually paid for something in Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, potions. 5 potions and scrolls can be super OP in Path of Exile, Baldur's Gate 3. Especially certain boss fights, having like a teleporting scroll or scroll of Misty Step can like bypass some major punishing mechanics in that game. How's my life been going? Do I still sing? You remember me having a singing gig near holidays? Used to hold my Hallelujah version close to my heart. We just did a Christmas caroling gig a couple weeks ago. You type ! Christmas. Actually, I haven't updated that link. We did a 2-hour singing gig on stream. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. I've been getting burnt out by FTL and streaming though, so I've actually been in my life. My big thing right now is I've been attempting to apply and pursue a different career path. I'm trying to look into learning audio engineering as a job, so I can stop streaming and raging at FTL for not enough money and being worried about paying rent. So that's the major thing in my life. But yep, still singing. I want to be more involved with music stuff. That's why I want to look into this audio engineering thing. I want to do something I'm passionate about and not raging about week after week. Why pay when you can borrow? Yeah, I guess that's true. You could probably, if you're really good at stealing stuff, you could probably steal stuff from merchants and Baldur's Gate 3, but it's really punishing if you fail it. Audio engineering sounds great, yeah. I have some amateur knowledge of it, and I've been applying at different studios and stuff, trying to find a learning position or a internship or something. So that's my current life goal. Getting recommendations from fellow musician friends who know people in that part of the world, in the part of the music world. You're always bad with sounds and audio, but you have a great appreciation for it? Yeah. Dead from bleed, you're dead from bleed. Nice. Just don't fail at stealing. Good tip. Good tip. Just like don't get hit by missiles in FTL. Just don't do it. So easy. Just don't fail. Just don't be bad at RNG. Learn to dodge, Rand. Just win your dice rolls. It's so easy. Just roll a nat 20 every time. Here it is, Shrine of the Sisters. Learn to sidestep. It's so easy. So easy. Did any of the FTL developers ever contact me? No, but when we did our first FTL tournament, Kassalian contacted them and we interviewed Justin Ma and Tom Joubert. There's a Twitch VOD. Thanks, Ramses. Tomorrow I might not stream because I'm gonna edit that to have just the songs. That's what I'm gonna work on tomorrow and post that up on YouTube. The more listen to music friendly version of that stream rather than our little, chats in between. Somebody on YouTube recommended that, and I think that's a really good idea. You're asking this because it would be my time to ask them about RNG of FTL. Well, we did ask questions to mainly Justin Ma about that kind of stuff. And the answers were things like, why are missiles so punishing? And the answer is, it's a timer on your health. And it's, oh my god, I'm body blocked. And of course it's RNG, so that it's different every time. And to be honest, I'm kind of tired of being known as the FTL guy. Like, anytime I raid somebody else, like, oh, check out Rand, he's the FTL streamer. And I'm like, I don't really want to just be the FTL streamer. I want to be known for something else. Not the guy who rages and drops F-bombs at FTL.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
The burnout is real. The burnout is real when it comes to that. Did you die already? Thank you. Definitely not what I want to be known for in my life. The guy who raged at FTL for ever. I'm known as Past Rand, I know, right? There's a place up here looks like I haven't been. To me, I'm just Rand the streamer, no particular game. Cool. I'm glad to hear that one person thinks that. Time to drop F-bombs at other games then. True, true. This is a dead end. This was a dead end. All right. Walter White is me. There it is. Walter White counter 235,798. Welcome to the stream. First person and first comment you make is about Walter White. Join the party. Why only one game? You also come to watch Socialize with Rand with Royal Lord of Salt rather than games he plays. Another one for the Walter White counter. That's never happened before. Never ever have I ever been called that ever. Oh, this guy's rare. Let's die. Bro. Die. Thank you. Alright. Ah, oh, man, this is all freaking dead ends. I need to add freaking checkpoints to move around. Thank you for the follow, Avivo. How is PoE 2? Is the game good, worth paying $30? In my opinion, yes. But this is a game that you're going to need to spend time to get value out of. So don't play it if you think you're going to play for 10 hours and have a good time and want to quit. You're going to get frustrated if you play for 10 hours and think you're going to get very far. Path of Exile, like most ARPGs, is a long commitment if you want to feel like you've accomplished anything. Is it surprising that you've never made that connection between Rand and Walter White? Why isn't there a Walter command that will increment the number of times that happens? What's up, Julian Verse? Because I'm bad at programming and don't know how to do that.
You are relentless.
If anybody knows how to do that, wants to send me the code for how to do that, let me know. Yeah, quotes still work, but some of them go away over time for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why. Ow, he almost one-shot me instantly. Okay. Okay, good. That one didn't hit me. But not for much damage. And here's where this game's like Dark Souls. Crazy OP boss fights that if you fail at dodging, you'll get punished. Like there, I just took half my health because I failed to dodge.
Surprise!
Alright, he's breathing fire over on the other side. I don't think I've seen those fire whirlwinds before. Ow. Cooldown recovery would be another stat that would be nice to invest in, so my grenades come back up quicker.
Not yet.
Look at that damage, 363,000. Looks like, oh man. Looks like I'm doing a couple thousand damage per second when things are all stacking and stacking on top of each other. So I feel like my damage is pretty good. Which that might be not very high though. I don't know. You played Path of Exile 1. Is it as good as the previous one? Well, that's up for debate. Some people think it's worse. I think it's way better than PoE 1. But I also find that Path of Exile 1, if you don't have a degree in the game and don't spend it and don't play it almost exclusively to every other game, then I feel like it's really hard to get into. So one of my biggest things that makes me feel like PoE 2 is better than PoE 1 is the barrier to entry is much lower. It's much easier to get into the game and less punishing if you make bad decisions. But it's less like PoE 1 in that the boss fights are much more difficult. Like, I'd say in general, the difficulty of the gameplay, the moment-to-moment gameplay is harder in PoE 2, but the barrier to entry, the ease of understanding, the way the systems introduce abilities and mechanics of the game are explained much better. So, lower barrier to entry, higher skill ceiling is maybe one way to describe it.
The path to Desha has been...
Alright, I'm gonna have to mess with my passives because I have some weirdness going on with my passives. Also, it's early access, so you get things like screen flickering. At least I've been getting screen flickering occasionally. Don't care about that. That's pretty good, actually, but I like getting charges passively, so I'm gonna keep that one. Actually, this one. Level design is great, by the way. Let's create a hexagon and copy paste it dozens of times and connect them with a bridge. Brilliant.
You found a letter. When I have the
And more passive points. Cool.
Four nights.
You have a degree in PoE 2, so it's a. You have a degree in PoE 1, so it's PoE 2 good. That means this is better. It's still early access, and there's still things that are gonna need to improve. But I like it better than PoE 1. All right. Increase charges. Yeah, it's the same as the one that we had earlier. All right, I need to do some build stuff here. Ooh, my first level 14 skill gem. So let's keep our flash grenade maxed out. That's my biggest
Flash
damage.
grenades can blind and stun enemies. Be careful, because they can also blind allies.
Although,
Blinded targets are less accurate.
oh yes,
and
my
may
attack
take
damage does go up. So I was gonna say, does upgrading this actually
Flash
increase my
grenades
damage?
can
It
blind
does.
and
Increases
stun
the
enemies.
base attack damage. Good. Okay. Blue portal, the guy who identifies the items, similar inventory. Wait a minute, that's just Diablo 2. Yes, there's a lot of Diablo 2 inspiration in this game, 100%. What's up, Grima? Hope I take care of my voice. I'm doing my best. That's why I didn't stream yesterday, Grima. Yesterday, I played this game all day offline and didn't stream to conserve my voice, so. Alright, let's do some refunding. I need to... Need to remove those, I think. So if I do that, and then put that skill point there. Hold on a second. This is awkward. So, okay, what I need to do is I need to refund.
What have you learned?
We all got
So,
regrets.
here's another thing that's different, Sword Art. The tree, which has a similar look to PoE 1, has some extra things in it. You can have a different skill tree for your different weapon. So your weapon 1 will have one skill tree, and your second weapon will have a different one. But the way it works can be a little awkward, and I'm still learning how to make use of it. So what I want to do is I want to use a regular skill point. There. 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 No, let's make that one strength. There. So, I don't think I need these increased lightning damage, because all I want is the chance to shock. I'm only using lightning for chance to shock. I'm going to...
How can I be of
Let's try something else.
I'm going to refund those two. There we go. I only care about chance to shock on my secondary weapon. So, higher lightning damage is not as important as just higher chance to shock. Okay? Inspiration is a lawyer word for plagiarism. Hit them with your chain lasers. Alright, we got all the great themes going on, the stream themes going on right now. Gotta love it. So, for my skill set 1, I want to go towards... Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go towards critical hit chance against bleeding enemies? I think I do. I only have one skill point available on that one. Apparently, this one I have extra skill points, so I'm going to go towards the shock chance up here. So, Dex, 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 there, there. Alright, so that's all my skill points. Alright, so I think I fixed it. So now, my skill points are splitting off of here and here. Okay, this is so weird, this whole splitting skill point thing. It's crazy. Can we still give out cookies? Yes. Although, there are now 2 different types of cookies in the stream, Claymondale, because when we got... Well, because they added points. They added Twitch points. So it's not just... whatchamacallit. Through my bot. It's actually now through Twitch there are cookies too. So you can't give away the cookies that you get by watching the stream through Twitch though. Alright, so... Flash grenade. Brutality, second wind, exploit weakness. I want higher max. I want the, where's the bleed one? Deep cuts. Increased magnitude of bleeding with supported skills. Yes, this is what I want. Now, I want a 4th slot that I don't have yet. So what do I lose? So currently the cooldown recovery on Flash Grenade is... Cooldown recovery... 5.71 seconds, but I have 4 uses. Now it'll be at 2 seconds, but I'll have 2 uses. That's fine. We're going to go with that. And... Does this work on War Banner? No. The second wind... I'm gonna put that in my stash for now. What's up, Cowd? Hope I had a very profitable Christmas. I did. I just got paid this morning, too. So, that's nice. Well, I got my Christmas caroling payment. My church job payment will come, like, January 1st or something like that. So, money, money, money. The reason for the season. Now it's time for that dreadnought. It's time for the test on our build. Is my build good or bad? Where's the dreadnought? Is it over here? Over here. How's Attila doing, I wonder? I haven't talked to Attila in a long time. I will occasionally, maybe once every other year, get a random Facebook message from Attila, and it's usually some, like, scantily clad woman saying Merry Christmas or something. Or Happy Birthday. And it's some woman jiggling something around, because that's Attila's sense of humor. But I haven't heard from Attila for a while now, so. The narrator, Rand did not yet know that the build was not in fact good enough. Little did he know. His build sucked. Yeah, sadly no chain lasers in this game. You approve of a jiggling sense of humor. Nice, nice. Glad you approve.
Ready yourself.
Watch this crossbow. It's going to shoot this guy.
No matter what.
You're paying. Whatever you say, boss.
Bam! I noticed that last night. It's a crossbow battle. Or a... What is that called? A ballista battle. Alright, this is the place I died a ton of times last night on my other character. Let's find out if my build can survive better. I hope it can.
Blind him!
Decent start. Not just instant dying. These bridges suck. Those skinny bridges. You have all these guys that jump at you and stab you. Don't stab me, bro. It's rude. But at least we have help. The girl with the nipple clamps helps us out here. And if you wonder who the girl is, I'll show you and why I call her that. Look at what this girl's wearing. Oh, I have to stop moving around for you to see her. This is what she's wearing. It's Pasty's girl. But hey, at least she's tanking for me. Speaking of jiggly physics or whatever. It's bikini armor. Yeah, it's true. Bikini armor is a staple of every video game RPG ever made. The strongest armor in the game protects one very small vital point. All you gotta do is protect that one vital point and the rest of your body is fine. Sword through the arm doesn't matter. My nipples are safe. Can't hurt me now. At level 14, level 13. Shake your money maker. What if they made dude armor like that, where it's like literally just the only thing it protects is your crotch and your butt's flapping around? Like, hey, as long as my crotch is safe, I'm fine. And actually, as long as my crotch is safe, I would be kind of okay. You know? There's a reason we wear a cup when we play baseball. Because that is the most important thing to protect. So, you know. Didn't Conan kind of have that? True, Conan kind of had that, yeah. The version of the bikini armor is the Speedo armor, I guess. Everyone always makes fun of the boob armor until they get a purple nurple. What is that? Is that like getting a rash on your nurples? I don't know if I know exactly what that is. You meant Conan O'Brien. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Conan O'Brien doesn't wear Speedo armor, but, you know, I don't look at pictures of Conan O'Brien that much, so could be wrong. Alright, so far we're surviving. Don't want to speak too soon. Surviving so far. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check when I did that upgrade what our damage change looked like. So, flash grenade. At main hand bleeding, max at 549 with the deep cuts. Goes up from 417. Okay. So our hit max at 870, but her damage per second goes up by like over 100. So that's a big upgrade on our bleed damage for a flash grenade. That's pretty nice. Purple Nurple you get from a titty twister. Okay, well, I would not want one of those, and I hope this lady who's tanking for us is not getting that happening to her Nurples. The purple Nurples. Explode the world! I was just gonna watch you die from bleeds and poisons there. She has on the iron pasties, so she's immune to purple nurples. Okay. Glad to hear. Ooh, a level 13 spirit gem. The only real spirit gem I'm using is the Defiance banner, or no, the War banner, and I don't even use it that much. It lasts 0.3 seconds longer, and does no extra attack damage, so I don't think it's worth anything there. I need a level 14 for the Dread banner. Is this going to be better? Stun threshold and element threshold. Elemental ailment. So that's a defensive banner. You have Culling Strike against rare and unique enemies that have been in your presence at least 34 seconds. You deal 1% more hit damage to rare and unique enemies for every 2 seconds they have ever been in your presence, up to 53%. More hit damage. I think this might be the best buff, actually, for me. Because enemies that die quickly, I don't care if I do more damage to them. But enemies that take forever to kill, like bosses, this probably would be huge. So I might actually replace the War Banner for that once I get a level 14. What is it called? Spirit Gem? Yeah, I think it's called Spirit Gem. You gotta go, Claymondale. Alright. You guess next time you'll stop by at Twitch will be in 5 years if you're still alive. Hope your audio engineering thing will take off. Happy Christmas and kisses. Alright. I will see you the next 10 years or 1 year or whenever you come by, and I hope you are also doing well in life, Claymondale. I hope life is treating you great, and I'll see you next time, my friend. Maybe she can add tassels to her armor for wind damage. Would give the term nipple twister a whole new meaning. Everyone knows Twitch is not the place to confess a crime. Okay. Did somebody confess a crime? Yeah, don't do that. Also, don't do crime. But if you do crime, don't confess it on Twitch. That is tanky. Beautiful. Just don't get caught doing a crime. Well, I mean, if you gotta do a crime, I guess that's the way to go about it. But I would recommend don't do crime. Don't do crimes. Don't do drugs, don't do crimes. Going to jail's no fun. I don't know from experience, but I've heard it's not the greatest. Oh, I just blew up somebody. Don't be Luigi Mangione. Okay. It sounds too close to real life, so I'm gonna just kind of step right on by that. Oh god, oh god, oh god, they're all jumping at me. Stay away. Plague Harvester. Oh, that thing eats corpses and does something with them, apparently. And if this build actually gets me to maps, I might have to actually do one of those content creator YouTube videos highlighting my build and stuff. Say, hey, look, this build actually works. Like explosions, like making people bleed, check out my Bleed Explosions build. I say as I probably die on the Dreadnought. You do that and then get 1 million views and you're forced to stream PoE forever. No. Currently, that sounds way less annoying than streaming FTL forever, like I've been doing. So, because at least I'm having fun doing this. We all know how I feel about having to stream FTL all the time. Fun is not often in the equation. Just pain and punishment and misery. Like noxious gases, like grenades, like setting your enemies on fire and making them bleed? Are you a masochist? Do you like causing pain? Then do I have a build for you? Cut your enemies to pieces while they die in a horrible, painful gas cloud while you set them on fire. This one simple trick. Hold my MF'ing brother Bussy's drugs and watch this. I don't know who Bussy is, but yes. Alright, we got through the first part of Dreadnought. Good start. Okay, that's a lot of dudes. Fewer dudes now that they're all died in a fire, in a poison cloud, or in a bleed explosion. It's fun for chat and viewers, I guess. Feels bad, man. Why does it feel bad, man? Because you want me to play more FTL? Probably. I don't know. I seriously doubt I'm gonna get 1 million views on any Path of Exile video I put out. I don't think you gotta worry about that too much. What's that? What's that rune? That's a new one. Rebirth. 20 life per enemy killed. Regenerate life per second on armor. That's cool. I might want to eventually try to do some sort of tanky build with life regen. I like life regen as a tanky stat, although I don't know that it's good with how weak armor is right now in the game. Maybe stack an evasion and life regen would be good. PoE video would go crazy. This game is on top right now. Yeah, but what people don't understand when they say stuff like that, people who've never done content creation don't realize that for the most popular games, if you try to make content creation for the most popular games, that doesn't mean because the game is popular, your video will be popular. It means the largest content creators who are making content for the popular game will get tons of views, and you'll probably get pushed down to the bottom of the list. That's what normally happens, in my experience. It's the same on Twitch. Everybody's streaming PoE 2. Why don't I have 500 viewers? Because the other people who stream PoE 2 have all 100,000 of them. That's how it works. People who have never done content creation think playing the popular game is going to get you popular, and that is not how it works. Unfortunately. Unless you win the lottery and get super lucky, or an amazing entertainer. Usually you'll get drowned out by all the already popular people doing the popular thing. I need to drop more F-bombs. Oh, I forgot to drop more F-bombs. You're right. Completely forgot. That's basically what half of Twitch did with GTA roleplay. Like, everybody started doing it, yeah. Thinking they get popular because it's popular for the couple popular people. I'm sure there were a couple people who are really good at it who got discovered doing it. Okay, that's usually what happens. Like, one or two people, like, either win the lottery or find their niche that they're apparently really good at that they didn't know about before, and they blow up. And that's usually what happens. One or two people are able to ride that hype train. More power to those people. Again, it's about as probably likely as winning the lottery, though. Ow! God, that guy's almost one-shotting me. Okay. Nice, Orb of Alchemy, though. F-bomb dropping Grenadier who drops acid. I'm not dropping any acid. Unless you're talking about gas grenades. No drugs. But hey, if I get my master's in PoE 2, maybe I can be one of those lucky people who all of a sudden blows up. I'm not holding my breath, though. Nice. Look at me now! Alright. I really like Mercenary more than any other class, though, so far. Okay, so we're going for chance to inflict... no. This. Yeah. Inflict bleeding with critical hit. And for 2, we're heading up towards the shock chance stuff. I care about electrocute and shock. I'm considering swapping out oil grenade or another ability for volatile grenade, because I am shocking with Stormcaller arrow. So if I shock and then it's just another skill I'd have to use, and I'm already feeling like I have like 6 skills, especially on bosses. Having too many skills to rotate between feels suboptimal or not efficient. But I might want to do that. I might want to swap out. Because oil grenade is good if I was doing fire explosions, because it does fire exposure, but how much fire damage are we even doing? None on flash grenade, because I have brutality on it. I'm not exploding my gas grenade, so it's only on cluster grenade that I have fire damage. Payload, fast forward. So, physical damage 271 max, fire damage 106. There's not a ton of fire damage. Actually, I have explosive grenade I'm not even using, so I could swap this out for something. Do I want anything to have more AoE? Exposure's increased. Enemies have a chance to explode on death. I don't know, the oil grenade is kind of just an extra utility to slow dudes down. I'm not... It's not really, even though I use it all the time, it's not really something I need to buff damage of or anything. Most efficient is spamming 2 low cooldown that are comboing with each other. That is in PoE 1. They're trying to make it so that in PoE 2 you're incentivized to use different abilities in different situations. I'm finding it, at least for this build, that I am using 1, 2, 3, at least 4 different abilities regularly. Against bosses, sometimes a 5th and a 6th. But yeah, it probably the most efficient, strongest builds probably will end up being the ones that use like 2 abilities. Eventually, just like PoE 1. But I don't know. I don't watch build guides, so I don't know what the best builds are out there right now. That's why I'm doing lead explosions. I don't know of other people doing that, and I'm having fun figuring out the build myself. Am I riding a skiff like the one in the desert belonging to Jabba the Hutt? That's exactly what we're doing, yes. I wonder if that was their inspiration for this. What was that called? A pleasure barge? I think it was called the pleasure barge or something. Jabba's pleasure barge. Jabba no Bata. Oh, I'm stuck. And PoE heard the guest is trying to get 4 great comboing skills together. Well, okay, here, I haven't talked about my build for a while. Let me clear out some dudes, make it safe, and I'll show you what my build's attempting to do. Since we might have a couple people here who weren't here earlier or haven't been watching the stream much. So, my character is using the Witch Hunter Ascendancy. When enemies die, we have a 10% chance that they explode, dealing 100% of their maximum life as physical damage, which combos well with my exploding grenade stuff. And we have this this mechanic called concentration they've added that when we break their concentration has something to do with cooldown recovery rate. So if we mess up their concentration, they're using their abilities left. Mainly I want this because this top one is a more damage modifier to enemies the lower their concentration. So when I get my next ascendancy against bosses, I think this will be a big damage buff. So most of my nodes are going for grenade nodes, like extra cooldown use, extra projectile, faster fuse duration so they go off faster, and chance to activate a second time. And then I have a bunch of bleed nodes. And the idea is we throw down gas grenades that leave a poison cloud that poison enemies. We use the corrosion support, which breaks armor equal to 80% of poison damage dealt. Armor break is a new mechanic in PoE 2 that if you break enemies' armor, they have less physical resistance, and there are payoffs that you can use to people who have broken armor. So we break their armor with the poison cloud, and this makes it break faster. And when their armor is broken, they'll be dazed, and dazed is a status effect that they will get stunned faster while they're dazed. Our main damage dealing weapon ability is Flash Grenade, because it is the only grenade that is pure physical damage. You see it says attack damage 244%. There's no conversion of damage to fire like in Explosive Grenade, where 80% of the damage is converted to fire. So, our Flash Grenade applies bleeds. It will consume broken armor to deal more damage, 50% more damage. The magnitude of the bleed we afflict with this is 70% more. And 35% more physical damage, but it won't do any elemental or chaos. So it's all about Flash Grenade causing big bleeds on enemies. Stormcaller Arrow, we weapon swap to use this. Does 800% more chance to shock. Shock is an ailment that makes targets take 20% increased damage. So on bosses, I want to shock them with my Stormcaller Arrow, and which will make them take another 20% more damage. And I have an Oil Grenade, which applies fire exposure, which reduces their fire resistance. I mainly use oil grenade just to slow enemies. And then war banner is a thing that you put down, you have more attack damage. I don't use this much. War banner is kind of a bonus thing, but there's kind of a quick overview of what this build is trying to do. Make enemies susceptible to physical damage, then do big bleeds with my flash grenade. Cluster grenade is nice to help with clearing enemies. I think I'm eventually going to have it spec'd to aggravate bleeds on enemies. Which aggravate means they take damage from bleed like they're moving, even if they're not moving. And bleed does double damage while enemies are moving, I believe. Am I some type of ranger? I am a mercenary. Ranger, I think it's actually called Huntress. Or maybe it is called Ranger. Is another class you can play that is more focused on bows. Still feel like short fuse is a waste of a skill point since you can explode things with explosive bolt. Yeah, but that means I'd have to use a cooldown on firing off explosive bolt. But you might be right. It might be a waste. You might be right about that. I don't use explosive bolt shot that often, so I did not mean to use that. I meant to read this. Sword Art, also a thing that's different about this game is the way skill gems work. So, uncut skill gem, you can turn a skill gem into any ability in the game. Well, any skill ability. So, the way they're designing this game is Mercenary has a preferred weapon of crossbow. So the Mercenary starts with the crossbow and kind of prefers these abilities. The Ranger starts with a bow and prefers bow abilities. But anybody can use any ability, you just often have like stat requirements, just like PoE 1. So, but I am actually using a secondary bow to shoot this lightning arrow that has a really high chance to shock. But that's kind of, I basically only use that on bosses or really tough rares that are taking forever to die, and I want to take the time to actually do that. Weapon swapping is automatic, which is nice, but there's a slight delay on it, so it's a little slow. But you can spec to make weapon swapping faster too if you want. Die from bleeds. I am the Fiddler class, that's right. I'm Fiddler. The reason I named my guy Fiddler is because a character from my book. But it's not Brandon Sanderson, in case Shogi asks. I'm a Bard Merc IRL 2. Are those like stratagems? I don't understand that question. This boss is really cool when he cuts through the thing, when he changes phases.
Find my king far more capable than Count Gianor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The second of Dura. Bow before your king.
You're not my king. I didn't vote for you.
The era of the Farragut is now. The Marrakech will pay. We will have what is ours. The Marrakech will pay.
Nice, gets done, bro. I need to get behind here. I think there's a way to avoid this. love the sound of the armor break. Happens all the time with my poison grenade. So good.
For my people!
We're running out of time. End this.
Alright, this is cool. Watch this animation. He pulls out this sword. Blam! And splits off that entire thing. That's such a cool animation. I thought we were an anonymous collective. You're fooling yourself.
Bend to my will! Impede my enemies! The manifest will pay!
Oh, I dodged right into that.
The Farragut is now! Fall, damn you!
You fall first! Ow. Oh, God. That was almost a one-shot. I can't see anything because this damn whirlwind thingy.
We will blot out the sun!
Oh, okay.
I will erase you!
Oh God, don't die, don't die.
The manifest will pay! The era of the Farragut, we will blot out the sun!
Nice, he got stunned right as he was about to do that. Get wrecked.
Win to me! Hate! The era of the Farragut is now!
Ow.
The era of the Farragut
Okay, I got it.
is now!
God, that thing's just gonna stay open forever, I guess.
You will be forgotten! Our gift to you!
Ow. Well, at least thank you for not one-shotting me, I guess.
Cannot give up! The Farragut is the manifest will pay!
Come on, die. Close.
Die!
No, you die first. Nice, GG. And now she's gonna go cut his head off. Because apparently I can't do that myself.
Not yet.
Ever notice in the game, everyone is just so angry? You notice that she's gonna cut this guy's head off? Yeah, she's pretty angry.
It is done.
The rash on my nipples hurt so much I must hurt this guy. Okay, GG. Beautiful.
The war.
Took you 3 deaths to figure out
I have given him
what-
an honorable death.
which
This may
thing
prove
to
heal
stay
the
out
wound
of
between
crap.
Ferelden and the Marquess.
Come see the violence inherent in the system.
I
You
must
hate this
invest-
boss? This boss I've never actually found that bad. Boss that I hate is the one in Act 3 that has those shields that keep making it smaller and smaller because there's like nowhere to dodge and her abilities are so fast and high damaging. I hate that boss. Why does she kill steal? I know, right? At least I got the loot. At least I got the loot. Oh man, man, time flies when you're having fun. It's already been 4 hours. All right. Let's move on to the next act, and we'll take our final break of the day. That's a good GG cookie time, though. Alright. Where's what's-his-face? He's probably up here talking to Jiggle Physics Lady. Oh no, and I'm about to go to Act 3 that had the most visual bugs. Wait, where the hell is he? Where's the guy to identify my stuff? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's terrible. Where is he? Where's the guy that's supposed to be standing here to identify my stuff? Am I blind? Oh, he's up here, isn't he? Okay, who am I supposed to talk to? Okay, find the hooded one up here. Alright, well, I guess I can't sell my stuff yet then. Because story reasons. Now we find out who the hooded one really is. Who was that masked man?
Worst fears have been realized. The beast is beyond our means now.
Go on then. I like to know who I'm working for.
You're right. I have not been in
And if you played PoE 1, you'll recognize this guy.
It is time.
Waboosh! I have wings!
I am a god.
This is Sin from PoE 1.
Thief of virtue. I am sin.
I'm not sure if he looks the same as Sin from PoE 1, though. I think he might look a little different.
It was I who created the beast.
You created the beast,
Seed
bro.
of corruption that now threatens to grow anew.
Ted from accounting. I knew it was Ted!
As it is my creation that once again threatens all Vrakelost.
Yes, you must contain it.
All I can ask is that, knowing who I
Importance
am,
of our
the beast has
task.
grown.
He's grown too big. We
I
must
slumbered under the numbing
find the
effects.
deadly way to stop him.
Their ruins may yet
The ball.
fall.
Okay, we'll do it. Can you identify my stuff? No, you can't. Alright, let's go to Act 3. Identify, sell, and then we'll take our last break here. You gonna head out, Duck Cruise? You gonna grind some maps? Nice. Happy grinding. I hope you get some good loots. I hope you get a Mirror of Kalandra. I think that's still the most rare thing in the game. And hey! Did we die? I don't know if we died on the whole Dreadnought, so I'm pretty happy with the build.
Yes, we can take you to the edge of the dead. Until then,
Alright.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption.
Oh my god, even this is laggy as hell.
Studied it, mastered it.
I blame my old
The
video card.
greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction. Our allies will continue the pursuit of the beast, but we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Val Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm.
Alright. Great cutscene, bro. Can you now identify my stuff?
Utsal is close. Be careful. What have you
There we go. And can
I
you...
will tell you a tale, Jingak.
Alright, stop talking about my tail. Let's see here. Life, reduce attribute requirements, strength, threshold, meh. Wow. That's a lot of fire damage on this, actually. Crit chance. Okay, that might actually be something I could, like, sell. Mana, rarity, dex. I don't know about that one. Oh, wait, I want to deconstruct.
Do not wander.
I don't have the weight. I don't have the other stuff. Alright. Alright, my friends. I'm the Sam Church User Restroom. Taking my final break of the day.
I suppose.
Hope y'all are having a good time. I always have such a blast just chilling out with this game. I'm going to have a GG cookie time for Act 2 Cruel completed. When we come back, we will continue in Act 3 Cruel. Y'all rock. See you in just a bit, my friends.